Hey guys, wanted to check in. It's 4 weeks. I'm 4 weeks post-op from a double mastectomy with reconstruction right after. I've been wanting to do this little short video to talk about the day of my surgery, where the experience I had that I didn't know about it until it happened. But it was, they did a lymph node biopsy during my surgery. When they did that, what they did was they had to come in before they took me to surgery, and put this dye in my breast, the same breast that had the cancer, which was the right breast. So I didn't think anything of it when the doctor said, yeah, we're going to put this dye in there so that way we can see if there's cancer in the lymph node. I didn't have cancer in the lymph node. They did take one. But I just want to tell you the experience because it was not fun. What happened was the nurse came in, and she was from the radiology department or whatever, but she came in and she said to me, she said, I'm going to be your angel today. And I was like, okay. And at this time they're putting IVs in me, taking blood, getting me ready for surgery, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, okay, she's going to be my angel. What's she talking about? So she came up to me and I noticed that she had a breast cancer survivor pin. So I was like, okay, cool. Well, she had this long needle. And I bit immediately the fear. I was like, what's happening? What's happening with this needle? Because it wasn't going to go in my IV. And she then began to tell me that huge long needle was going to go into the areola of my right breast. And I said, what? And immediately I had tears of fear that were just rolling down my eyes. And she explained to me that she was a breast cancer survivor and that she went through the same thing and that she felt the same thing. She told me, she said, and I said, well, this is going to go in my breast areola. And she said, yeah. And I was like, ugh. I was freaking out. But anyway, and she actually stuck me twice. But so she told me, she was like, okay, so when the needle first goes in, it's going to burn. And then you're going to feel the dye going into your breast. And the reason why we have to do this is the dye has to, we do it right before surgery because the dye has to be in there. So the doctor can check to make sure that the cancer did not spread to the lymph nodes. So I said, okay. And so she said, so you're going to feel a stick and it's going to burn. And then you're going to feel another, like a pain as the dye goes in. And I was like, ugh. But she said, once it's over, it's over. So that helped me just because she told me what to expect. And I remember it so clear. That day when she stuck the needle into my areola on my right breast, it was exactly how she said. I felt the first stick and it was burning. Then I felt the dye going in, which was painful. And all I could think is, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm going through this. And tears just rolled down my face as the needle was in my boob. It was horrible. It was horrible. But it didn't last long, which was the good thing. Anyway, so I just wanted to document why I remembered, because I'm trying to reflect so I can start putting my life back together. And I had to go all the way back to the day of surgery. Of course, I have to go all the way back from when I first found out I had cancer, but this is something that I wish I would have known what to expect, because when you have breast cancer, you don't know. You don't know what they're going to do. You don't know anything that's happening. So I wanted to definitely put this out there, because that nurse, she was my angel that day. And even though it did hurt, it was very helpful to know what it was going to feel like. And it was helpful to have somebody tell me that actually did it and actually felt it. So I hope that this will help somebody else that's getting ready to go in for a double mastectomy, where they're going to have to do a lymph node biopsy, because it definitely will be helpful. So anyway, that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about today. So that's my lymph node biopsy the day of surgery. And how does it feel? Anyway, have a good day. Thanks.